2, 1, brawl!
You
2 wins. Three, two, one, brawl!
Okay, it's on. Okay. We have the grand finals now. We get a cheeky cast in for this one. Just checking that our mic is working. I'll see if I've got audio. Just sorting out the audio 1 second. But we've got one Reborn and Poppy today in the finals. I mean, a bit of an error on seeding by my part. One Reborn, former top 1 O's, and I didn't actually know who he was. So, you know, it may look like 13th seed might be coming in on the winner's side in the grand finals and taking that stock super early. On the Magyar, little emote, let him know. But, you know, Magyar's interesting pick. But, I mean, one Reborn, he's been playing it this whole tournament. Running through with the Gatling gun. Evolution pick for Pocky. Definitely, you know, I know this guy. It's one he's comfortable with. Obviously, at least level 25. Oh, dice dodge read on the Great Sword. And damage is tied up. Except Reborn with an extra stock and gets the clash on that down sig. Takes out one Reborn. Stocks have been evened up. You know, bit too much extra credit maybe towards Pocky's side, but it's, you know, anyone's game still at this point. Nice little hammer action. Nearly catches that dare and follows up. Gets that reaction on that back dash. Following up with that side sig. And now it's basically a full stock lead towards Reborn. Oh, it doesn't capitalize. Saw that Pocky was sweating there. Can't find the opening. I mean, this chip damage on this greatsword is just getting those hits in, and then as soon as he catches that one read, it's, you know, if you're getting put in red. Pocky, dark orange now. Doing a bit more damage this stock and Reborn's getting off, but the Magyar armor and that side sig, the force! Sending him all the way off the map, catches the ground pound, but hits him with the insig! Catches the jump. This game is getting a lot more even than it looked before. Still down in damage on the side of Pocky. You know, hammer in the hands of Reborn. Probably the better option for Pocky here, but falling into that red. I think at this point, instantly throwing away the greatsword. Reborn is looking for that KO. He knows he's done enough damage to Pocky here. Just looking for maybe a cheeky downlight side here. Finding that pretty much grounded recovery. Good bit of damage. Having to dodge out to avoid and gets hit by the recovery. And that is game 1 going over to the side of Pocky. Oh, going over to the side of Reborn, sorry. And it looks like we might be having little champion changes, little character selects. There we go, Magyar coming in once again for Reborn. And switching over to the Red Raptor for Pocky. Hoping to find himself, you know, I'm not too sure what this is. You know, the guns, the range, I think was the play with the, you know, picking up the Lucian, the cannon, and the blasters. You know, the orb, probably trying to play off that low dexterity, maybe looking for a punish with the orb and the boots. A lot of movement speed as well. Pretty balanced stats, but I mean, the armor is, you know, only four points into armor for this Red Raptor. Could, you know, one nice read on that greatsword could spell a little bit of disaster. Going for those SIGs. What we know Pocky for. And Reborn hitting the first, not getting the second. Hitting it again. It looks like they are just fighting using SIGs. Unsure. Hopping on the bike. It gets hit by the side SIG. Slide cancel neutral. Goes for that jump read. Unfortunately misses the force. Oh. Still gets the stock. Misses that GC downlight though. Nearly would have hit a bit of a clip. Bouncing off stage, but I mean, Reborn only in the yellow here. He's pretty much bringing that damage down to equal here. Once again, a stock ahead for Reborn. Just finding that poke damage as much as he can. Couple weapon throws going around. And that SIG, once again, goes for that, trying to fall under and hit that recovery. Pocky finding a great neutral SIG on that orb. Can't find the second recovery and gets picked up out of the side SIG. And gets taken off the map. It's a 2 stock deficit now for Pocky. Looking to finish off Reborn very quickly, and he finds that with that recovery. Basically a whole stock behind now for Pocky. On the loser side as well. Oh, finds that nice read. I mean, at this point, it's, you know, a whole stock behind. You're really going to have to be going for those risky plays. Because, you know, if you keep trading 50-50 at this point, you're going to lose. There's a lot more resource on Reborn. And we can see Pocky activating a little bit here, I think. Trying to find those reads. Get that extra damage in off hit. Finds a nice side SIG there. Canceling off the ledge. Can't make the recovery. Oh, can't make the neutral SIG count. Oh, no. Doesn't opt for the side light there. Or the SARE, sorry. Pocky finding another SIG. Is that going to kill? No, the armor's on Magyar is too much. And finds it again. 3 times in a row. Hit with that side SIG. GC off the floor. It doesn't matter. He's hopping on that bike. The stock count evened up here. Still a lot of damage on Pocky's final stock. And gets taken out from orange off of 1 read with that great sword. OC, 1 Reborn on his tournament stock here. Oh, and it's on tournament points, I mean. Apologies. Oh, no. Never mind. We're running best of 5s. Oh, no. I am right. Tournament point now. 4-1-3-1 Reborn. If he can take this out, obviously he's on the winner's side. He doesn't need to reset this bracket. But Pocky, still, if he wants to win this game, he's going to have to win the next 3 in a row and then proceed to win 3 more after that. Opting for another legend switch here. The Lord Frax. This is definitely... I don't know if this is troll or if this is some secret tech here. But, I mean, we're about to find out. Blasters not looking for the blasters. Wants the lance straight away. And Reborn just so dangerous on this greatsword. But he... finding every read, finding every hit he can possibly get. Putting Pocky into orange here. Pocky nearly not making it back to stage. It looks like the play there was just to not do anything. Tries to end that string with a GC side light. GC down light finds it. Holding that SIG. That Magyar down SIG on hammer. Really... I mean, Magyar SIGs, honestly, they got to be some of the best animated in the game. Looking for that again. This time opting for that GC downlight. Maybe for the full. Comes out, the active frames are a little bit longer on that. And gets hit by the Vrax side SIG. Pocky, although his health is no longer red, it's looking more black to me. he's still up in the stock lead. Can he get any extra credit here? Reborn finding that dodge out of that downlight. Pocky, I think, using that GC side light to buy some time, but swiftly taken out with the stomps there. And evened up here a little bit. Only really one hit behind Reborn. Oh, Pocky. Oh, what a perfect dodge. Me personally, I always find myself getting caught in those downlight on Blaster's strings. Throws the weapon, misses, and gets hit in the process. Pocky unable to weapon guard here. I mean, the movement. Yep. Going for the Russian Mafia. GC sidelight and the down sig again. One Reborn, not only bringing it back from being down a stock, but he's in the lead. Only orange HP and Magyar 9 defense. It takes a lot to take him out of this map. Especially on Demon Island with got the high ceilings, but I mean, with the Vrax Lance, we're not looking to KO through the roof. I mean, Magyar has such low speed. I can't remember the exact number, but Reborn, the way he moves, he makes it look like a Tory. Finding just any bit of damage he can get. Once again, doing the same thing. Gets up that stock and just gets so much extra credit. Doesn't go for any kill options. I mean, we see it even with the stomp into the side air, and I don't even know what that is. Hits the recovery, throws him back to the floor, and then hits him with the nair, and that is going to be one Reborn taking out the AUEC Rage Art Rumble Brawlhalla Championships. We're going to be taking a short break while we move on to the 2v2 finals. In just a moment, I'll be back on the stream, back on the cast. I'll just go make sure everyone's in the right place. GG's to one Reborn, and congratulations on that $50. Okay, and we are back. Obviously, now we have the grand finals for the 2v2s. Seeing, we're seeing Pocky and Reborn once again. This time, obviously, with their respective duo partners. We have Trash Boat on the Poe and Regnog, although his name is Master of Audiology. Regnog on the Asuri. And all players are readied up here, so we are going to be getting into this game. Once again, best of 5. We have a reset. Let's see if it's gonna happen. Level 100 Asuri coming out here. Dusk for 1 Reborn. Bit different to his, no greatsword or hammer, but I mean these guys have torn up the 2v2's bracket, coming in once again on the winner's side. So we're going to need to see a 3 games going towards Pocky and Trash Boat if we want to see a reset here. And it looks like, are we going to end up on Demon Island again? A lot of thinking going on here. And yep, looks like we're back on the Demon Island. The classic. Can't be upset with this. And the Poe or the Wushang and Rick or Baraza for the side of the blue team, and we've got Asuri and Dusk on red team. Looks like just a bit of gentlemen's, maybe getting their settings right. But now we're getting straight into it. My god, lot going on already. Trying to see if we can see any team combos coming out here. Sweating towards on the Rick. Nearly misses the edge there. Finds that signature. And we've got Tigers. Finding that D-Sig has been... unsure if you guys have been watching these games, but that D-Sig has been so fruitful for Pocky. Finding so many picks with that. Anyway, with the first stock, the teal team finding that pick onto Dusk, although the damage is still relatively close. Both players red on the blue team, and Reborn finding that save with that neutral. Looks like Tiger, sorry, managing to cling back to stage and finding that haymaker. Doesn't look like it's gonna kill. No capitalization from Pocky there. But that sidelight will kill, and that exhausted on Asuri will find that frag. Reborn finding his way back to stage, albeit exhausted, with a beautifully placed downlight. Oh, dare, sorry. Ooh. Pocky nearly getting taken off the map there, getting his gravity cancelled. Holding that D-Sig, can't find anything off that. Damage, I mean, the blue team are in the lead here, but with these damage numbers, it really depends who finds the first stock, and is Tiger's going to be able to find his way back up to this? Manages to get his way back up to the stage. Little save from Pocky. Not too sure if it was needed, but unfortunately doesn't manage to touch before getting caught by that neutral light. And Regnog on the Asuri. Still 2 stocks. Likely going to be looking for, trying to take as many risks as he can in that ultimate reward. Oh, unfortunate timing on the team combo, and that recovery still doesn't take him out. Regnog is really clinging on to the second stock here. Both players red now on blue side, and that's 1 down. Tigers is left alone, red 1 stock. And looks like no weapon either. Getting hit with that GC downlight recovery. Classic on sword. And that is going to be first map going over to the side of... onto the red team, Regnog and Reborn. And getting straight into it. A switch up of the characters we're seeing. Double Tezka. I mean, obviously, both these players, 34, 39 on Tezca. I know they both play boots on other characters. I know they both play gauntlets on other characters. So, decent amount of experience here on these legends. But, I mean, it's a complete switch up from what we've been seeing them not only play last game, but play all day. It really, will it work? I mean, these guys know better than me. They're in finals and I'm not. So, I think they've got a better idea of what they're doing, what their game plan is. And let's see if they're able to pull it off here with the double Tezca. Starting off on Miami Dome for the map. Bit of a switch up here. Bit more platforms to, kind of hide on. And this boots has, very good like vertical movement as well as horizontal with that side light. And the Seer also catching very wide. It looks like just a brawl going on right now. 4 people. It's like more like 4 people in a 1v1. 1v1v1. Everyone taking their own fights. 2 players getting taken off. Managing to both recover. A bit more damage on them, and I think the blue team may have died there, but that's the first stock going towards the red team. Doesn't look like that Sig's gonna kill. Side Sig on Tesla gauntlets. Just needed a little bit more damage. And catching his teammate with that. So we can... Makes it easier to know who's who. Trying to take out Regnog here. Hockey. Finds that Sig. Finally gets that kill. And I mean, 1 reborn. All it takes is a Seer here. Saving the team Sig. Getting hit by that trash boat with a beautiful follow-up from Regnog. Those Qatar's side is. And the weapon throw. And reborn with that falling dare. 3 stocks still. That's going to kill. I mean, we've got 2 stocks left on... 2 fresh stocks left on both players of red now. Versus just Pocky's singular fresh stock. The 1v2. Going to take out 4 stocks on just 1 here. It seems impossible, but... You never know what could happen. Getting caught by the end light. Finding another end light. Both players from red jumping down here, and I think that's going to be the kill. Pocky trying to hit that GC neutral Sig, I believe. Recover back to stage, but unfortunately gets caught by a very well placed ground pound, unarmed ground pound from Regnog. And we are now on tournament point. One more game going to the side of the red team here, and that's going to be us out of the tournament. It looks like, give them a second just to make sure they're locked in the right characters. Okay, there we go. We're back to starting. See what maps we're going to have banned out. We're seeing Miami Dome banned out very early here. Not interested in playing that again. Definitely the TL team weren't as successful on Miami Dome. But once again, we have another legend switch up. This time, even the red team switching out the Dusk for Reno. Still keeping that orb, opting for the blasters over the spear. See how it works out. And I mean, the Lilith, new crossover, very cool signature animations. But the TL team opting for, once again, another complete shift in their legends. But I've seen these guys play this before. I think this is one of their more well-practiced 2v2 lineups. And Pocky just looking for those side Sigs. Sorry, I didn't even see that. Jala, Tigers taking out that stock very early on the Jala. And 1 reborn down to 2 stocks. Very quick. Finding a lot of good hits on this axe. Once again, finding a Sig. We're seeing a lot of damage going over to this Lilith here. 1 reborn. He's red 2 stocks already. Nearly runs into that N-Sig from the 7. Looking to hit the edge guard here. Can't find it. GC neutral light. Sending him back up the stage. And that's the Lilith dead again. Now 1 stock to the 3 of his teammates. I think we're going to see the teal team looking to try end the Lilith stock, end Reborn stock as fast as they can here. Turning this into a 1v1. I think we're going to see maybe try finish off the stock of Regnog and then catch the Lilith into a team combo maybe while Regnog's respawning. But I mean, he's starting to take a lot of damage as well. Orange on this last stock, but managing to still avoid a lot of attacks. He's been sitting on this last stock now for a while. And he's still putting out a lot of damage, getting disarmed off of that neutral sig. And just to find himself an orb once again. And Pocky just sitting there and holding the neutral sigs. He wants someone to run into that. And that is going to be taking him out. The spot dodge into the down sig on the Jala. And now it's up to Regnog to clutch up this 1v2. 1 stock on the 7. 1 stock now on the Jala too. 2 stocks to Regnog. I mean, this is winnable. Kind of healthy on that 2 stock. Orange health into 2 fresh 1 stocks. Gonna need to try, hopefully, probably hoping that this Tigers is gonna run into as many of Pocky's Sigs as possible, or possibly even catching both of them into a string, but he's finding a lot of unanswered damage here. Going down to red now, and no one from teal wanting to jump off that edge. This is tournament stock for Regnog. If he match point. If they win this game, if Regnog's able to find this clutch, they win the tournament. Right now we have Jala red stock, fresh stock for Regnog. He can't seem to find himself a weapon though. It's going to be a lot harder to pull this off, especially unarmed, but still finding a lot of pot shots. Fails the combo. Is about 4 neutral airs in a row right now. Still orange HP. If he can find himself a weapon, I think a Sig will kill. Possibly not the 7, but Jala is definitely gone off a signature. Throwing away that weapon. And that is a beautiful follow-up from Tigers, keeping them in the game. Going to 2-1 now. And, you know, this legend switch, yep, looks like they're going to stay on the same legends this time. That Jala and 7 managing to find something that works on these 2 characters. I mean, once again, unfortunately, to be the bearer of bad news, but they may have clutched up that game, but they still need to reset this bracket if they want to win this tournament. The side of Trashbo and Pocky here. And I mean that, you know, they were really came in into that game, that last game. They really came in strong. You know, did a lot of damage. I mean, 1 Reborn was taken out very early, opting to go back onto that Dusk, not liking that Reno, blaming that Reno for dying so early. And it looks like nearly gets taken off the map there, but saving that end light, positioning himself just so he can hit it as that Nair, it comes out obviously on the orb a little bit in front. And he's managing to stay alive a lot longer here, Can't find that side sig. And Pocky finds himself an excellent gimp onto Regnog here. So a stock lost on each side. 5 stocks apiece for each team. But it looks like Pocky's going to go down now. The stock lead advantage towards red side. And Tigers is just getting bounced around. Can't find his way back onto stage. Having to face the 1v2, especially with Pocky hovering around a little bit longer. Gets the read. Doesn't find the recovery off the top of the stage. Doesn't find the KO off that. Nice whip and throw, cancelling that neutral sig. And that sidelight off the wall. That's going to bring down Tigers to 1 stock here. Oh, Reborn still on 3. And finds the Gimp with the clash of the dare with the spear. I mean, so much force. And so much clash potential that move as well. Feels like it comes out in the blink of an eye. And taken from that recovery. Bring the stock count now 2 to 4. But the Suri, Regnog, very low HP now on the side of red side. Very dark red and getting taken out with a downlight recovery. And that is Tigers dead on the teal team. 1 stock left for teal. And the 1v2. 3 stocks towards red side. Red HP as well on teal. Any sort of recovery, anything that's got force is going to take him out here. And I think manages to touch just barely. Goes straight for that neutral seg, and that's going to be the tournament. 1 Reborn and Regnog taking out the 2s. 1 Reborn taking out the 1s as well. Doubling up first place in Seoul in the 1 versus 1s and first place in the 2v2s. What an excellent tournament. And from me, from Mashed, if you don't know my voice, thank you everybody who came out. Thank you everybody who watched online. It was, you know, the first time running Brawlhalla. And the turnout and the support really was great. But we're gonna get into handing out these prizes now and get off the stream. Maybe keep an eye out on the AUEC socials for some pictures of the event. But either way, guys, thank you and GG's to all who played.